The Emirates Singapore Derby looked to be one of the most even fields in recent memory, and the yielding track added to the confusion for many. Rarely do we see a Group 1 contested without a standout favourite. Nandara was just $1 clear of Gingerbread Man at almost 4 to 1 when the gates opened. Chase Me was on the fifth line of betting at $38. As it turned out, a luxurious price. Just about to crown the champion 4-year-old. Of course, the first two legs of this series, Gingerbread Man took out the first. Addo, who's not competing today, took out the second leg. But you win the Derby and you're the best 4-year-old in Singapore. So they're moving up with the gates pretty well. Nandara takes up its position. Chase Me about to go forward. Now Forgiven takes up its spot. Be Ahead's drawn out wide, goes forward. Big crowd up at the marquee. Enjoying a beautiful look at the start here. We're still waiting on around about 5 to go forward. Grand Arrival's drawn the extreme outside, goes into 16. Hammer Down, Arowana.com, Gingerbread Man and Dujardin to come forward. Late money here for Gingerbread Man on track. He's always been solid in the market. He joins Nandara as equal favourites in a wide market. Arowana.com goes forward. So we're almost set to go. Gingerbread Man and Dujardin to take up their spots. And we're almost set to go. Field of 16, they're set. And they're racing in the Emirates Singapore Derby 2012. Matterhorn and Nandara away quickly. Up on the inside, Joyful Heartman was niggled forward, and Be Ahead coming across along with Red Beard. Lightning Thief began well. Gingerbread Man wide. Sami trying to slot across. Davide over racing towards the inside. Just outside of him is Forgiven between horses. Then Chase Me, Dujardin. Arowana.com, Deep Pockets back on the inside of Silver on Wings. Then a Hammer Down, and last of all is Grand Arrival. Up the side they work now. 1,450 metres to go. Joyful Heartman for KB Sue showed the way in the Derby over Nandara. And not a breakneck speed on here. Over on the inside is Matterhorn. Redbeard's got into a great position for Opie Boss, and Be Ahead caught out a shade wide. Lightning Thief is between horses. Davide the inside, followed them by Chase Me. Gingerbread Man hasn't got in, still 3 wide at the 1,200. Next of all over on the rails is Forgiven, followed by Dujardin. A gap away to Deep Pockets down on the inside of Arowana.com. Then Silver on Wings, Hammer Down, and last of all in the Derby is Grand Arrival. About to come from the back, 900 metres out. And up on the outside, Red Beard has gone up to assume control here over Joyful Heartman. Nandara was flushed out. He begins to pick up ground now. Be Ahead still there, the outside. Followed by Matterhorn, Lightning Thief in a striking position. Gingerbread Man is feeling the pinch, followed by Chase Me on the improve. Then came Davide. Dujardin trying to improve from Forgiven. Arowana.com. Deep Pockets is a long way off them. Silver on Wings, Hammer Down, and Grand Arrival. For home they come, and Red Beard turns for home with a slender lead in the Derby. Be Ahead, Nandara go up, and Chase Me is coming to it very quickly. Magic Marira and Chase Me races away in the Derby. Inside the 270. Chase Me races out by 5 lengths. Gingerbread Man running on hard is Deep Pockets. Arowana.com, Silver on Wings, but a one-act affair for Chase Me. He's going to annihilate them. Deep Pockets runs on into second, then Arowana.com, but Chase Me takes out the Emirates Singapore Derby by 8 lengths. Second in his Deep Pockets, third Arowana.com, then Silver on Wings, Dujardin, Nandara, Joyful Heartman, Lightning Thief, Gingerbread Man, Be Ahead. Well back was Forgiven, followed by Matterhorn, Grand Arrival. They were followed by Davide, well back Hammer Down, and Red Beard after turning for home with the lead has run with the tail enders. That has been a Derby massacre. Chase Me for Magic Marira has landed the prize here and his biggest win in Singapore. So number 6, Chase Me. What a lightning move it made as he came down to the bend. He just had a turn of acceleration that left the others absolutely flat-footed. And he's gone from a chance to an absolute living certainty in the space of 100 metres. 6 from 8. Deep Pockets a big run. He got back to around about 3rd or 4th to last as they came to the bend. So a big run from Deep Pockets, but he runs second in the Derby, and Arowana.com stays on into 3rd. But Chase Me for Desmond Coe and Joe Marira from a wide gate has been able to take it out. Biggest victory for Joe. He's won many races here, but a Group 1 $1 million race. And Desmond Coe, he will be absolutely ecstatic with this result, taking out the Emirates Singapore Derby. 6, 8, 3 and 7 are being confirmed. 6, 8, 3 and 7. Chase Me by Storm Creek out of Cartier Gold. Super Trio stable. Desmond Coe, Joe Moreira, win number 6 from 23. A New Zealand 4-year-old defeats Deep Pockets for Danny Beasley and Cliff Brown, and 13 Arowana.com for Desmond Coe and Cy Fuden. So Desmond's trained first and third. 8 lengths the winning margin. Unprecedented. 8 lengths, then 3.5. 2:04.63 after the Derby.
Yeah, and the winner around 38 returns an 8-length demolition job. And if you took out the second horse, it's 11.5 lengths he's beaten the third by. So he has been trained to the minute by Desmond Coe. Always looked as though he's going to be a Derby horse. He progressed nicely through the 4-year-old series, but on the big stage, he's been able to produce it when it counts.
Yeah, we were expecting him to be a good chance, and we thought it was a very open Derby, but in the end, from the top of the straight, it's just been a one-act affair. Yeah,
we did speak that potentially it could be a close finish, but it wasn't the case. Unbelievable result, really. And Joe, he was travelling that well. He just went for it. He knew that the horse was going. He knew that he'd run the strong 2,000 metres, and he was proven to be right. So well done to Chase Me. Nice horse. Had an interesting run along the way. I think he's changed stables a couple of times, but in the Derby he's been able to win. We'll get a chat with Desmond Coe shortly, who must be just thrilled to bits with the performances of both his runners, to run third as well. We'll get a chat with Desmond in just a moment. We won't let him slip by. He's got the Emirates hat on, and why not? You've won the Derby. Well done, Desmond. We always knew this horse was going to be a strong contender, but you've had him trained to the second, really.
Yeah, well, everything has to be done right with him. You know, he needs to step up slowly and excuse me.
Desmond, at what stage of the year did you think you could possibly win the race with this horse?
He's sort of a slow developer, and he really started. Excuse me, I'm a little more tired than Joe.
Well, Joe, I'm sure will have a lot to say. Getting Joe Moreira as the jockey, that must have been a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah, he called and he said if we could work together on the horse, and I said why not, you know. So that was it.
Well done. First and third must be a great feeling.
Too good.
Good on you. There's Desmond Coe, almost lost for words, and why not? His horses have run so well, and Moreira, 10 wins for the weekend, and he caps it off with a Group 1. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's been a big event for a big weekend for Joe Moreira, and it was a good run by Deep Pockets, and I'll just quickly catch up with the runner-up jockey, Danny Beasley. He was always going to come from back, but he really ran well to get into second.
He did. He ran super, Frost. Look, I just couldn't hold my spot going into that first turn. Like that's just him, and it was a pretty genuine run race. So I was very happy with the run I got from the half mile, and got through, but just been beaten by a better horse on the day. And like, what do you say about Joe? Like 10 winners for the weekend, and he's just done it all this season, and he thoroughly deserves these win like this. And he's one of the best I've ridden against, and hats off to him.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Rost.
There we have it. Danny Beasley finished runner-up on Deep Pockets, who was a good performance to get into second. There was 3.5 lengths back to the third horse.
Yeah, so he's blown them away, really, the winner. Silver on Wings, great run from him to get into 4 spots. So Santana's judgment to advise the connections to put him in the Derby has proven out to be correct. And then we had Dujardin for Alan Munro. He's run 5th. But the one thing that was missing from Joe Moreira's 2011, Frost, was feature race wins. But this year, 2012, completely different story.
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting on the right horses, isn't it? And Super Easy has obviously been a big help. He's won 11 here in Singapore and won some feature races. He got on to this horse, Chase Me. Obviously fancied him with a few of his previous runs. Probably would have had a choice between a couple of rides in the race, but in the end, he has got it spot on here, because he has just careered away for a big win. You could see him looming up coming into the home straight, but just galloped out for a huge victory. And Moreira, he's pumped with that win.
Yeah, Gold Cup 2012 could be on the cards for sure for this horse, Chase Me. And Joe Moreira, 10 winners for the weekend, but he's won the big one. He won the Petite Gold on Super Easy, and he'll be chatting with Frost in just a moment. 6, 8, 3, 7 in the Derby, and you've got a very happy Joe Moreira who's weighing in. He's the winner of the Derby.
Yeah, Joe Moreira's just weighing. He's had such a big weekend, but this is the one you wanted.
Yeah, that's right. I was really thinking about and wishing this race, and fortunately this one coming today, and I have no word to explain how happy I am for that. I just want to say thanks to all those people who come over to support us. They really means a lot to us. I'm just so happy.
And you've been in Singapore for a couple of years now, and to get one of these really big feature races, it must mean a lot.
Yeah, that's right. It means a lot to me. As you know, a couple of years ago, I was struggling to get some future races, and this year things is going pretty good to me. I have no reasons to be upset. I'm really happy.
And talk us through the run. You seem to get a nice run throughout, and you seem to be one of the first to take off. You're in a striking position on the turn.
Yeah, that's right. At the first bend here, I was pretty lucky to get him in a very good spot, just one off the fence. There was a couple of small little issues going on in front of me, but he was pretty good, and I just hold him back. He got himself out of the troubles, and I knew this horse I had to start to work early on him. That's why everybody else see me from the 600 meters already going on him, and he just smashed everybody else on top of the straight. When I was passing by the last 200, I realized, unbelievable, how come this guy is going to win so easily like that? I was confident he was going to run a super race, but we only know if he was going to win after the race. And
well done, and enjoy the moment.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks a lot.
There we have it, winning jockey Joe Moreira, who picked them up in the home straight, and he's gone for home at this stage, and they're all spread across the track. It's just a battle on who is going to get in the second. Deep Pockets gets out in the yellow colours. He's out chasing after Chase Me, but in the end he wasn't able to catch him. Other horses running on. We've got Silver on Wings down the outside. His effort was good. Arowana.com, he's been a courageous performance, stepping up to the 2,000 metres. So Desmond Coe with first and third, and Moreira almost side saddle at the end, celebrating the victory. Here's the overhead shot in Trackers. As you'll see, he clears out, so you can see they're all bunched in a pack just in behind him, fighting out for second. Deep Pockets, but later on with the overhead shot, the fact that he's won by 8 lengths, we won't see too many horses in the picture from here on inwards. It's just all about Chase Me, 6, 8, 3 and 7.
There it is, another chapter in the rich history of the Emirates Singapore Derby. 2012, a year that will be long remembered for the total domination of Chase Me. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. I'll catch you next time. And they're racing in the Emirates Singapore Derby. Tim Silver on Wings, hammer down, and last of all in the Derby is Grant. Returns for home with a slender lead in the Derby. Be ahead, Nancon. Silver on Wings, but a one-act affair for Chase Me. He's going to annihilate them. Deep Pockets runs on into second, then Arowana.com, but Chase Me takes out the Emirates Singapore Derby by 8 lengths.